Castillo se va a la mierda. No, ¿por qué? Bienvenidos de nuevo a The Witcher 3. Esto es gameonclick. Lo primero de todo, deciros que este juego ya me lo he pasado. Tengo todos los vídeos preparados para subir. No había querido empezar a subir vídeos hasta que no lo hubiese terminado, ya que es un juego muy largo. Y por lo tanto, bueno, si comentáis algo, alguna sugerencia o algo por el estilo, pues no aplicará en toda la saga, ¿vale? Así que os dejo con el vídeo. A ver ahora qué nos dice el varón sanguinario, porque nos tiene que decir dónde está la tumba de su hijo. Vale, aquí la gente diciendo el castillo se va a la mierda. No, ¿por qué? No, joder, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué, señor? ¿Por qué? Fire, fire. Esto creo que ya lo había looteado yo, ¿no? Esta parte de aquí, sí. De hecho, esto ha sido lo único de todo el pueblo, quitando la parte de arriba del castillo, que he looteado, tío. A ver, ¿qué pasa aquí?
Oswin! Where's Oswin? Anyone seen him?
Believe I saw him heading to the stable.
What?
Fire. You blind? Nobody willing to put it out? Ain't that simple. Most are afraid. Baron flies into a rage. He takes no prisoners.
My brother's in the stable. We've got to save him. He'll burn alive. Him and the horses.
See what I can do.
Hurry now, quick!
He dicho que lo intentaré. Vale, no puedo pasar por aquí. Vale.
Shit, fire's spreading.
Vale. Salva al mozo de cuadras a los caballos atrapados. Pero, ¿cómo lo hago? Ah, vale, está aquí la escalera. Claro, tiene todo el sentido del mundo. Vale, a ver. Iniciamos, que quería saquear eso primero. Mierda, mierda, que me muero, tú. Que me muero. No. No. Que me muero. Oh. Vale, vale. Vale, vale. Vuelvo. Ah, vale, que está ahí la puerta. Joder, yo dándome toda la vuelta, tío. Que es que pensaba que estaba en el otro lado. Y estaba ahí golpeando a ver si se abría y no se abría, tío. Pero bueno, ya están los caballos fuera.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Zasca.
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right? They ran from you, didn't they?
Lying prick!
Well, how long you gonna make me wait?
Ya está. Hala. Varón noqueado. Y ya estaría.
We need to talk.
A ver si se te pasa la borrachera y hablamos de una puta vez.
Sit down.
Sit down,
You
motherfucker.
beat them.
I never laid a finger on Tamara. Not once.
And on Anna.
That's another story.
Ana la morías a palos, ¿no?
She always knew how to spark my
Sabía sacarme de quicio, dice el desgraciado.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
20 years we've known each other. She's seen me drunk and sober. She was there to greet me when I returned the victor. She was there to patch me up in defeat. Like no other, she knew where to press, where to pinch, so it would hurt.
You beat her? For that? For criticizing you?
Oh, Witcher, you haven't a clue, have you? Well, perhaps I shall tell you about it one day. One day, but not today.
Madre mía, tíos. Puto desgraciado.
Expect me to believe you are a loving father to Tamara after that scene in the courtyard?
You're free to believe whatever you wish, but she was always the apple of my eye. She had the run of the place, ask anyone. She'd ride the horses, hunt with the men, at times join them on their rounds. And they'd send for her when I flew into a rage, for only she could calm me.
Make it sound like she led a charmed life. If that's the case, why'd she run?
I'd hardly need you if I knew.
You knew they had run away from the start.
Yes, I knew.
Why didn't you tell me? Wasted my time.
Say I had. Say I'd said I had troubles. Couldn't control my wife, my daughter. What kind of flaccid prick would you take me for?
Es que lo eres.
Gotta admit, I do think you're a prick. Not because you couldn't control them, but because you drove them away.
What?
Don't play the idiot. You gave them no choice.
Anna and I... It wasn't as it seemed. Seems.
All right, I'm all ears. Tell me what happened. The truth this time.
I'd been soaking myself 3 days straight. Anna came to me, said they were leaving. I begged them to stay.
No jodas que la mató,
refused to
tío.
hear it. I tried to stop her. She wriggled like an eel. We struggled. She fell. Last blasted thing I remember. Woke up in the morn, breeches heavy with my own piss. A large bump on my head. Sadly, they were
No,
gone.
se habían ido las dos, vale.
Know what that's like, Witcher? No. How the fuck could you? I was left with nothing. Nothing!
Tú te lo has buscado,
Only the
desgraciado.
bottle.
Signs of a fight in the room. Hole in the wall, wine all over the landing. Was that you?
Aye. We tussled. She tried to whack me on the noggin with a candlestick, but kept missing. Hit the wall and the pillar instead. I staggered backwards onto the table, spilled the wine, slipped and tumbled. Anna used that moment to flee. She rushed down the stairs, still clutching that damn candlestick. I caught her on the landing. We fell. I thought I had her. Then she turned and smacked me in the head. I blacked out. Don't know what happened next. When I came to, I was alone.
Tamara present for all this? She see you quarrel?
Through the doorway, perhaps. She didn't enter the room. Shame, too. Things might have turned out differently.
No, mejor así.
The sight of her always calmed me.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead. And it was my doing.
Oh, qué puta.
Maybe you're doing, maybe not. But that amulet she wore could be important. Or maybe the fact that she lost it. What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
Get hold of yourself. Men like you, when they break down, look downright pathetic.
You're a heartless bastard.
Mutations worked then. But here's the good news. Your dead child might help us find the one who's still alive. And your wife.
What? How?
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into fucking what?
No quiero saber los detalles.
Details you don't need to know. There's a bond of blood between this creature and your wife and daughter. I can use that bond to find them.
How?
One of two ways. Legends claim you can bury a botchling under the family's threshold, perform a ritual and turn it into a lubberkin. That's a sort of, hob, a guardian spirit that could lead me to your family.
And the other way?
We kill it and draw some blood. Take that to the Peller and he does the rest.
Do not kill my child. It's suffered enough already. Lift the curse that it may finally rest in peace.
Aún no he decidido qué voy a hacer. Ah, ¿dónde cerraste el feto?
Whatever we do, we gotta find the botchling first.
I'll show you where I buried her, and I'll dig the grave at my threshold.
If it turns out we can't transform the botchling into a lubberkin, they can bury us in it. Handy either way. Need to tend to something first.
Be quick. And me? What am I to do in the meantime?
Sober up.
Venga, voy a hacerlo ya.
Ready?
Que pensaba
The
que...
sooner we resolve this, the better. Best do it tonight, at midnight.
Then wait here with me. Near midnight, I'll take you to where I buried her.
Ok.
Get word to the common folk. Ought to stay in their homes tonight and draw a line of salt outside their doors.
Do I take a shovel to dig up the grave?
Take it. You'll need it, but not for that.
A bit further. Follow me.
¿Qué hacemos, tío? ¿Salvamos al bebé o lo matamos?
You give the child a name?
No. Why would we?
Mistake. Names are powerful seals.
Here's the spot.
Yo creo que la voy a intentar salvar,
Chose a
¿sabes?
lovely
Yo sé.
spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Good. The grave's dug up and empty.
What's that mean?
Botchling's on the prowl.
Y por ahí anda.
Look.
Venga, vamos a intentar convertirla.
Quick.
And if it goes garrety, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets blowing restless?
It'll bite through your jugular and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
¿No quieres salvarla? Pues venga.
Merciful gods.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
Oh, fuck.
Yo aquí aprovechando para lootear, ¿sabes?
Come now, we must bury it. We'll speak afterwards.
Hablaremos luego. Pues si acaso voy a poner esto.
Spectres. Botchling secretary.
Do something!
Pero bueno, déjame.
Take me! It's riding something fierce! Can't hold it! Calm it somehow! Oh.
Vale. Wow. Qué tensión, tíos. Hola, hola.
But what do you want to do with it?
Me? Nothing. This is your job. Told you, gotta bury it under the threshold. If the tales are true, by tomorrow it'll be a lubberkin. From then on, it'll watch over your house and help me find your family.
Ahora van a salir más bichos, ¿no? ¿O qué?
More coming. Need to hurry.
On with it! I'll not wait to devours.
Vale, venga. Venga por mí, venga por mí. Vale, me quedan 2. Vale, ya estaría. Perfecto. Ahora
Chosen a name?
No.
So think of one. It's important.
It's a girl. What would Anna have named her?
Venga, llámala de alguna manera. Antes de que aparezcan más criaturas de estas. Vamos a llevarla ya. Bueno, en realidad ya estamos, ¿no?
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body.
Pues ya estaría.
What now?
In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin. I'll stay here and wait. You go home.
I'll wait with you.
Out of the question.
But that's my child. And the guilt, the responsibility for all this lies with me.
Time for parental impulses? It's long past. Besides, nothing else you can do here.
But...
No buts. Just Witcher's work left to do here. Gotta wait a day and a night for the botchling to turn into a lubberkin. That's it. Go home. And try not to drink yourself stupid again.
Tal cual. Invoca a la doméstica en el lugar donde está enterrado el malogrado. Venga, quedarse esperando y así acabamos ya la misión. Bueno, no sé si acabará. Ahora de repente sale y tenemos que pelear contra ella, ¿sabes? ¿Te imaginas? Medianoche.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Dea. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
¡Hostia! ¡Que te piras! ¡Cómo mola! Voy siguiendo un bebé fantasma volador. Todo allá. Parece Casper, tú.
Shit, this downpour's a bastard it is. You hear the sergeant took a lashing from the barrel.
Un bebé fantasma. No voy a luchar contra vosotros, o sea, tengo cosas mejores que hacer, ¿sabes? Tío, la banda sonora es brutal, está muy bien hecha. De los combates y de todo, está muy bien hecha.
Sure wasn't lavender they kept in there. Might be worth looking around, though. A bracelet. One of them must have dropped it.
Vale, estos son herraduras.
Horseshoe. No way a pitch burner could afford a horse. Clothing. They change in here? Both were here. I'm going the right way.
Muy bien. Vale. Pues entonces...
Wants to show me something more.
Quiere enseñarme algo más. O sea, corre, bichos. Ahora tengo que ir. Vamos. Anda un poco más rápido. Que tú vas volando, que no te cansas. O sea, al final he avanzado un poco más, anda. Que esos son demonios de no sé qué mierdas.
Necrophages had a field day.
Ah, que es que me llevas aquí.
Closer look. Come on, come closer.
Ah, esta.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Ah, que han explotado. Hígado de monstruo, sangre de demonio podrido y... ahí. Piel de necrófago y sangre de demonio podrido. Vale, vale, es que explotaban. ¿En serio? Ah, examino los caballos muertos. A ver si es que van a aparecer más, joder. Vamos a ver, huesos.
Bones have been here a while.
Y ahora aquí tiempo, silla.
Chewed on the saddle.
Mira la silla, últimamente
Necrophages will eat anything these days.
¿Costillas?
Giant claws. Wasn't a necrophage made these marks. Horseshoes missing. Is this the animal that lost one in the smokehouse? Head torn clear off. Takes incredible strength. Must have been attacked by a powerful beast. Surprised him. Hope they got away. Trail goes on. Good thing it doesn't end here.
Vale. Pues nada, tíos, me voy a ir antes de que aparezcan más. Que estaban ahí saliendo como si no hubiese un mañana, tío. Ahora sí corres, ¿no? Ahora sí corres. No me voy a poner a pegarme contigo si lo puedo evitar, o sea. Estoy en medio de una misión, luego si eso, ¿vale? Luego vuelvo y os mato si queréis. Ahora no. Ahora estoy siguiendo al bebé brillante.
A fisherman's hut. Seems she wants me to take a closer look.
Vale, pues si quiere que entre ahí, pues yo entro ahí, sin ningún problema, compañero del metal. Eso sí, voy a saquear primero por aquí. Voy a ver qué más hay por ahí. Vale, no parece que haya nada más, así que... ¡Oh! Hostia, cómo mola entrar y estar todo brillando, ¿no? Está todo guay.
Who's that? Other room. Go on now.
What you seek here, sir? Our hut's out of the way. Woeful.
Oh, se ha ido con otro.
We knows nothing.
Just need information. Looking for 2 women. The Bloody Baron's wife and daughter.
Not a soul have been here, sir.
Sure? Not even passing through? Daughter's medium height, about 20. Her mother's thin, about 40. Seen them?
That sir came at night, right, Mummy?
Oh.
Quiet, boy.
Ah, pues no. Se ha ido con otro. Creo que la chica que se quedó contigo. ¿A quién has visto? ¿Puedes describirla?
I want to help that woman. She could be in danger.
Young and seen no one, my lord. He's a kiddie. Must have dreamt it.
I want to hear this dream then. So, kid, who did you see? Who came here?
Pappy bought her at night. The lady does the medicines. She was all afeared. Talked about an awful monster. Said she had to go back. Don't know where to. Mummy and Pappy cheered her up. Gave her clothes. Hers were ragged.
Where'd the girl go? Your son said enough. No point in playing dumb anymore.
Sorry, sir, but you don't look like one of her father's men.
Because I'm not. I'm looking for Tamara and her mother. I need to know if they're alive and safe.
Tamara is high. She's to my brother's place in Oxenford. But Mrs. Anna, that's another tale.
Dios, ¿qué ha
Though
pasado ahora?
anywhere's better than to crow's perch with a baron.
Why?
Cause he beat her, sir. Beat Mrs. Anna, I means. Everyone knew, but not a one lifted a finger for to stop it.
What happened to Tamara's mother?
Twere like this. I was awaiting in the old smokehouse with horses. Cold as hell and so dark, couldn't see past 2 ells in front of you. Moon had risen high, and still they hadn't come. Began to fear some demon had snatched them. But finally, they came forth, and we sets off towards the river. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a gale arose. Thought it'd tear my head off. And those damn birds, swarms of them coursing o'er the woods, raising a racket to make your ears bleed. Mrs. Anna screamed, bent over into herself. Tamara knelt down, gripped her arms. 'Twere then I saw it. Fiery marks on her hands.
What marks?
These, well, like burned on with hot iron.
Quemaduras en las
On the
palmas de las
palms,
manos con
inside.
hierros caldentes.
Burned? Like a cattle brand?
Aye, though these wasn't black scars scabbed over. They's hot and glowing, as if they burned with raw fire.
Una brujilla. What the fuck?
Fine. What happened next?
Grew even darker. Seemed someone had put out the stars. Crickets all went silent of a sudden, and then, from the woods, a roar. Broke out in a cold sweat, and before I could catch my breath, a beast jumped out of the woods, big as a barn, with horns and 2 burning coals for eyes.
El hombre lobo.
I thought I was done for. Beast attacked Mrs. Anna's horse, ripped its head off, carried her off into the woods. Our horses, mine and Miss Tamara's, got spooked and tore off willy-nilly. 'Twere the only reason we escaped. The miss wanted to go back for her mother, but my wife pleaded, said she'd die out there alone. Miss Tamara agreed not to go.
Why help them at all? You risked a lot.
I'd a debt. Owed Miss Tamara. 3 moons passed, a fever gripped my boy. We thought he was done for. Tamara learnt it. Brought food and salves. We're poorer than dirt itself. She saved my boy. No 2 ways about it. Me, myself, I'd have never dared to help. But my missus told me a time of war and contempt's come. A time of folk gone wrong. We needs to repay good with good. Who stands by idly does evil as if.
Married a wise woman.
Crying shame we couldn't save Mrs. Anna in the end.
Gracias por tu ayuda. Me ha servido bastante.
Thanks for your help.
The lady, she'll be all right in the end, won't she?
I'll do what I can to see that she is.
Habla con el varón sobre su familia. Encuentra a Tamara, la hija del varón, en Oxenford.
So here our paths diverge. Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Y nada, y ahora tenemos pues un bebé brillante que nos ayuda. Puntos de experiencia 300. Va a ver qué misiones. ¿Cómo ha avanzado el tema de las misiones aquí? Tenemos, joder, con lo de los asuntos familiares. Ahora, encuentra a Tamara, la hija del varón en Oxenford. O habla con el varón sobre su familia. Creo que primero voy a ir a ver a Tamara. A buscarla. Voy a buscar primero a Tamara. Y luego ya hablaré con el varón. Pero primero quiero hablar con Tamara. A ver dónde me lleva. En Oxenfurt, que eso está... a tomar por el orto. Bueno, no está tan lejos, No está tan lejos. Yo sabía que sí. Bueno, pues nada, pues cogemos el caballo y en un plique... nos plantamos ahí. A ver. Puedo pasar sin problemas, ¿no? No, hay una puerta cerrada. Se está viendo.
Halt! No passage.
Case of the plague surface in the city or something?
The plague? No. We're to not let folk in the city. It's an order, so I don't, unless someone's got a pass.
¿Quién ha restringido el acceso a la ciudad?
Who ordered the city gates closed?
Word is the king himself. Doesn't want paupers and refugees pissing all over his beautiful city. Apart from which, when folk can go hither and thither, always a chance some spy will sling through. This way, spies got it harder. So, no pass, no passage.
Vale, ¿de qué paso estamos hablando?
What kind of pass are we talking about?
Well, a normal one. A transit pass.
Who issues them?
How should I know? I'm a lowly soldier.
Vale.
Farewell.
Pues no puedo pasar.